What's happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL VISION. I hope you are doing fantastic today. We have another edition of knives that you may have forgot existed, and I got 6 new ones here for you today. And starting us off is the Bestech Shodan from Todd Knife and Tool. Guys, this thing is absolutely an exceptional EDC work knife. It's an ergonomic dream, very comfortable in the standard grip. And then you have a full-fledged finger choil that does have you guarded on both sides, making it extremely comfortable and safe to put your full finger in there. This bad boy has a machine satin S35 VN drop point blade. You have a fuller pill-shaped hole and rear flipper tab for your deployment options, and this thing has such a stout detent. It is absolutely insane. And then on the reverse side, you have the atypical Todd Knife and Tool design, which I love. They make the clip side look interesting, which is very hard to do. Geared tie backspacer, tie pocket clip, great access with a chamfer there. This thing is an absolute animal, and then you're getting Bestech's build quality. This thing is, I can't blush over this knife enough. It is just an exceptional knife, and there's actually a trend with 5 out of the 6 of these knives. You'll have to leave it down in the comments and let me know if you catch on to what it is. But one knife doesn't have it, the other 5 do. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you catch on. Let's get to the next one. So the next one is the Hogue EX01, and this is kind of the more spiffy drop point. This has the black aluminum instead of the G10. Look at that edge. This has a 154 cm drop point blade that's been stonewashed, and it has such a beautiful edge on it from factory. You have nice templed thumb studs for your deployment, and they are extremely comfortable. I love this thing. It almost feels like it has a true detent on the knife. Just so well done. I love how they put a barrel around the button. It just makes it look nice and clean. This is really not your average button lock, because button locks aren't something you think of when you think of an overbuilt knife. But somehow, some way, Hogue was able to pull off designing and building an extremely overbuilt button lock. And guys, I have spine whacked the hell out of this thing to the point where the spine was chiseling out wood, and it never failed one time. So it's an exceptional build with a massive plunge lock in there. Nice big plunge. Great action. Typical button lock action, but with a nice sturdy spring in there. And you do have the ability to slide this forward, which slides a tab underneath the button, preventing it from disengaging all the way. In case you find yourself getting into something a little harder use, like I said, black aluminum handles here, which are very well finished. You have satin hardware all the way around. You have a lower mounted clip with a aluminum backspacer here, integrated lanyard hole. The pocket clip is not my favorite thing in the world. It does work good for getting it in and out of the pocket. So for, the nice design, this is kind of your atypical style for a pocket clip. They designed it so you could get it in and out very easily without kind of scrunching down on your pants pocket. So it works very good. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. Next up, we're bringing out a big boy, and this is a bad Mamba Jama here. These are available on Miguron's website right now for $209. Look at that machine satin. And this bad boy is coming in S90V. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. S90V on the blade steel, which is exceptional. Love the grind lines. Love the steel choice. I love the blade shape as well. The thumb studs are rounded, but they are extremely comfortable to actuate. You have this beautiful carbon fiber on both sides, more of a bolster, faux bolster here. You do have great access with a massive chamfer on the lock bar, providing you great access and ease of disengagement. I love this thing. This is kind of a hidden gem in Miguron's lineup. S90V, blue marbled carbon fiber, just a very, very gentlemanly looking knife in my opinion, especially when she's all closed up. It just looks very professional in my opinion. Nice titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, incredible action, nice and thin behind the edge. Blade stock is about average, but going back to that action, that thumb stud action is absolutely butter. Love this thing. It'll drop to your nail. Give it a couple easy shakes, and she's going home. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. So we're going to bring out a little guy, a fifth pocket carry or a secondary. This is the Brad Zinker, the Civivi Bow, and you're getting a Nitro V, stone-washed, tumbled drop point blade. You only have a rear flipper for your actuation, your deployment, but guys, it works so damn good for the light switch, push button, this little blade, and it is thin and slicey. It just flies out of there. Liner lock, great access with some jimping there, and this guy, for having such a light blade, really has incredibly good action. You're getting the marbled carbon fiber scales. In this case, they are red. You have a deep carry steel rollover clip, and this is, in my opinion, in the under $100 range. This is a phenomenal secondary or a fifth pocket carry. It's got a nice minimal frame. You're not too thick, you're not too wide, very compact, and you're getting a nice amount of edge here for what you have. And even having XL sized hands, I can still get basically a full grip on this guy and be comfortable. Open construction, you have two standoffs and a lanyard pin back here. I love this little thing, and I don't carry it enough, but it's an exceptional secondary knife. The Civivi Bow, definitely worth taking a look at if you need a nice, minimal, gentlemanly style carry. The Civivi Bow. Next up is going to be the QSP Hawk. This bad boy, I think, gets overlooked quite a bit, especially this premium version. I love this thing. You're getting S35 VN with a satin grind here. It feels like a shallow hollow grind. It is a drop point. S35 is a phenomenal steel. You get nice, well done thumb studs that are extremely comfortable to actuate. And then you do have a rear flipper tab that I could really take or leave. It's not quite, they were trying to go minimal here. I wish they would have gave us just a tiny bit more, because there's just barely enough to get your finger on there. And sometimes it can be not the most comfortable, but it still works. I just wish it was just sticking out just a tad longer. You have great great access with very comfortable jimping on that liner. The action is phenomenal on this one, guys. Then you have a deep carry rollover clip. It will not be reversible. They keep the show side clean on these carbon fiber scales. The QSP Hawk, in my opinion, is a phenomenal EDC, and you're getting nice premium materials for a good price tag. This thing doesn't get enough play, in my opinion, and I think it's one that people kind of forget about, and that's why we're doing these videos. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. This next one came out a few months ago, maybe at the beginning of the year. This is the Trivisa UMA-06, I believe that is. And I believe someone told me that stands for Ursa Minor, I believe, for the UMA. I'm not 100% sure. I think I did read that on Trivisa's site. But this knife can be routinely had right around $100. And guys, that is a hell of a deal. This thing is an ergonomic dream here. I wish it had a full length backspacer. They went close and gave us like a half. But if this thing came like up to here, oh man, would this just, it literally melts in your hand anyway. But I'm just saying, you know, it would be that much better. But you're getting this beautiful modified Wharncliffe blade, modified sheep's foot blade. It's really more Wharncliffe-y than anything. You're just not getting that complete straight edge. You have a pretty nice thick blade stock here, but it does come down pretty thin. And then going to that tip, it is a little thicker, but still remains very, very pokey. On this one, you are getting thumb discs, which actually work very well for the thumb and reverse flick. And then you are getting a rear flipper tab that has been jimped. The action, guys, is very good. The blade shape is very useful. And I love the ergos because in your standard natural grip, your thumb lands right on that disc, making it just ultra, ultra comfortable, very wieldy, lots of control. And then, of course, you can get up in your pinch grip if need be. You have great access with the chamfer on the liner there. Fall shut action. I mean, not complete fall shut, but the flipper will hit your thumb, and then you just give it a couple minimal shakes and she is going home. You have a lower mounted clip here with the lanyard hole. You have a G10 backspacer, carbon fiber inlays, along with titanium bolsters, all for around like $120, I want to say. This is a hell of a value, and I think they hit almost on every single box that they could here, and I think they are well on their way to going up the, you know, unending mountain that is knife designers, knife companies. I think Trivisa is, you know, they're starting to kind of make a name for themselves, and that is one that you definitely don't want to miss out on if you like that aesthetic, that blade shape. I can tell you it is extremely comfortable, and I'm a big fan of this. I'm glad I picked it up when I did. That'll wrap it up, guys. I hope that you saw one that you did forget existed. I love you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you caught on to what I was talking about. I realized it right before I started the video. I love y'all. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below the video or click the GBALL VISION logo that's about to pop up. I'll throw up 2 new videos right here, and I suggest you definitely go check this one out here on the left-hand side. I love you all, and I will catch you on the next one.